So gas distribution safety is important because up until the advent of Intelis and these visualization tools, the utility has essentially been blind to what's going on in the distribution system. You don't know too much about pressure situations or flow situations. You basically had to wait until an event happened, a leak or even worse, and a customer called it in before you really had awareness of what was happening out there. As you can see in the map legend, there's 3 states showing and there's a 4th. So that when an alarm first comes in, it's new and urgent, okay? It's red, whatever that particular icon is for that alarm or event, it's red and it's blinking, okay? That tells the safety officer, I've got something new, okay? And it won't stop blinking, it won't stop annoying that person until it gets, attention. So the next step in the alarm resolution process is to acknowledge that alarm, to go in and click on it, see that I've acknowledged it now, and what'll happen, it'll stay red, but it will transition to not blinking and it won't send any chime or chirp or anything like that. So that just says, okay, I've acknowledged it. What gas safety can help the safety officer do is step that alarm through to disposition. The next step is once I dispatch, either automatically through the work order management system or maybe entering it manually, once I do that, I can go in and change the state to recovery. It means that action is happening on that alarm. I haven't ignored it, I'm taking care of it, and it changes to amber. And eventually it gets resolved, right? It gets repaired, no trouble found. We had our own crew out there, whatever it is, the officer will again move it to closed and it'll appear as a gray icon. Now these icons can be used for a variety of approaches. For example, if all I want to see is active, I can never turn off new and urgent. That's a safety issue. We want always new stuff to come in and be visualized. But if I just want to see active, I can turn off the other 2, and I'll just see the alarms that I still haven't dealt with. From a different perspective, if I'm, say, want to conduct an engineering study, and I'm interested in, say, all of the air and pipe that have closed, for trending purposes, I can turn off recovery and active, and now I'll be presented with a map of the last 2 years of air and pipes. There may be clusters, right, or certain other indications that I've got areas that need to be investigated. The first primary mission of the gas safety solution is to visualize alarms, okay? And this is really a case of what we call exception management, where if I have 2 million meters and 30 of them have alarms, I don't really care about the 1.9999 million others. I want to know what I have to action and take care of. So as you can see on the map, we have a variety of alarms appearing on the screen. Some of them are urgent, some of them are in recovery, some of them are closed. But each one of these represents a different condition, and each one of these is in a different state of disposition. It allows the safety officer the ability to have situational awareness of what's going on in their region. They can see what's new and urgent, they can detect trends, and they can dispatch and manage the workflow, again, driving these alarms that came up from Intelis to resolution. The second thing that the gas safety solution can do is allow you to actuate the internal valve in the Intelis. And so when I say actuate, there's 3 states, but there's really only 2 things you can do. You can either send a command through gas safety, which will then cascade down through your AMI system, to close the valve. We can do that from 1 up to 10 meters in a batch. You can pick them individually. If you have them in a group, you can lasso a polygon around it, so up to 10. Hit the execute command and it will begin sequentially shutting those valves off. The other thing we can do is the arm command. So we intentionally can't open the valve remotely. It's a safety issue. So what we do is we send an arm command saying we're ready to open. A technician will go into the premise, inspect, make sure everything's turned off, make sure there's not the pizza box on the oven situation, and then when it's ready, they'll walk up to the Intelis and push the valve or the buttons, and the valve will open.